We were so excited when ES partnered with us to do the 150 Business Challenge, to get 150 women to either start a small fleet with one truck or expand their fleet. And I always like to say that every large trucking company out there started with a man and a truck. So if you look at all these mega fleets, they started with a man and a truck. So the ES 150 Challenge to get women to start their businesses or expand their fleet is exciting because it's exactly aligns with our mission to encourage women to come into this industry and also to help address obstacles that might keep them from not succeeding. And by partnering with ES to give them these opportunities, it also helps us establish success for them. We love highlighting our successes. We love telling stories. We want to tell the stories of the women who entered this program and partnered with ES and women in trucking to become small business owners. So absolutely, we will be telling their stories.
It worked out perfect. We got this Volvo. It's a gray, stormy gray metallic. We have loved it. She's been the best truck I've ever had in my life. I mean, she's done a great job for us, and they had it ready for us about the time, it in the works. Everything came together at just the right timing. We picked up the truck at their place in what is that, South Haven? Is that the name of it? Yeah. Towns get clustered up in my brain, and we went by and we picked up the truck and we went over to the Welcome Center there in Tennessee, nearby up on 55, and we were bobtailing and we parked the two trucks, one frontward and one backwards, and we just threw everything over in the new truck, and then we took the other one and turned it in at a little shop they had told us to take it to there in Memphis. And that was the beginning of our journey. Signed all the paperwork, got all the yep. So it's pretty amazing, but it was so quick after I had, I felt like it came to me because it knew what I needed more than I did, It's just been a really pleasant experience. They just made it so easy, and then partnering with Panther, to me, just made it perfect because it's all professional and everybody handles themselves well. And when you have a problem, they do their best to work it out, both of them.
I was always a tomboy growing up, and as I got older, I started just driving friends around asking for gas money. And this was before we had Uber and Lyft. So I got into a program. I could either go CNA for 2 weeks training, or I could go for 5 weeks of truck driving school. And I'm like, I'd love to drive. My family used to go on family vacations. So I'm like, I want to see what's out there, how it's changed. And so that's how I got up in here. And I've been loving the 13 years I've been doing it. Starting out, it was always going to be a company driver, never thought about it. And then just out here talking with other drivers and what perks they get and what problems they ran across. So I started watching what was I putting in my fuel, how much my maintenance was when I even was the company driver that was going to the shops to fix. So I had ideas. And I was listening to Nemo and all them when I had it on the channels, trying to learn as much as I could. Expeditors works with you on that, trying to get you set up. They'll try to push them to find you something and all that and get the mileage in there. They'll even work with your fuel that they upload. They'll knock that down just a little bit to try to give you better revenue at the end on your pay and all that kind of stuff. Like I said, it's getting better. Now, women who want to get into the business, I suggest you definitely, if you can stay out 6 to 8 weeks at a time, is better.
This was probably one of the best opportunities to give us the freedom to be together, not being separate, and just having a family dynamic. It is different working with your spouse or whoever, but I feel like it's been really beneficial for people who don't know. Even, people are like, oh, I don't want to go to school and I'm not sure. Well, you can get yourself set up, and it takes some time to to figure out what you're doing and if you want to do an LLC or if you want to do some of these things. But prior to getting into it, doing that homework and just kind of figuring that out, somebody who's been in it for, let's say, 20 years, you know, it's kind of hard to change their mind, you know, so they're kind of like, oh, well, show me.
ES has always been a huge supporter of diversity. And they've always been a huge supporter of bringing more women into the industry. ES has had that in their mission, that's in their DNA, to bring more women and help more women and advance more women and empower more women. So the 150 Challenge just proved that.
I'm happy every day. I love what I do. I get along with people. I have people tell me sometimes, you know, you really made my day, you know, because you made me laugh and you made me smile. And that just touches my heart. You know, I love that. And it's funny because I've been driving now for 26 and a half years, and there are places that I go to that I haven't been in 2 or 3 years, and they'll go, I remember you, you've been here before. Yeah. And I'm like, you're right, I have. So it's, you know, it could be what you make of it. Like all of life, I think.